I think he's got a chance to be one of the best players in the state. I've coached 5 All-Staters so far, and he's up there. I can, even as a sophomore.
I love the game of basketball. Ever since I was about 3 or 4, I started playing it.
Seeing the numbers he's putting up for a 10th grader, it's exciting.
It's definitely incredible. Makes you feel a lot better when he's got the ball in his hands.
This is Spirit 52, recapturing the real spirit of high school sports in Arkansas. Presented by Gatorade and First Security Bank, inspiring us all to what's possible.
Sophomore number 10, Payton Brown.
Meet Waldron sophomore point guard Payton Brown. He's burst onto the Arkansas high school basketball scene this year, leading the state in scoring at more than 30 a game.
He scores. He's shooting really well from the floor, inside the arc, from the free throw line. You know, he's got good mid-range game. He can get to the basket and finish.
Coach Brown, our coach, they just always push me to be better, and my teammates in practice are just always helping me out.
His shooting is something that I've harped on him from the time he was in 6th, 7th grade working on his shot. I taught him the mechanics, and he's done the rest.
Payton's averaging 33 points a game. If he stays above that mark for the rest of the season, he'll be the first sophomore to lead the state in scoring, and his total will be the 2nd highest in Arkansas history.
It's amazing. He does a little bit of everything. He hits 4 or 5 shots every night that you just don't know how they go in, and they seem to fall for him, so it is pretty incredible.
He's shooting 57%, I think, from inside the arc, shooting right at 40 beyond the arc. He's shooting 90% from the free throw line. To be honest, it's unbelievable. We knew he's going to have to score. Didn't realize that it was going to be as much as it has been with the efficiency that it has been.
I never would have thought he would be having this kind of season as a 10th grader. Them numbers are really unbelievable.
Payton follows in the footsteps of his dad, who was a successful basketball player for Waldron as well.
Born and raised a Bulldog, and see him doing the things he's doing on the court, very exciting and thrilled to see that.
It's pretty amazing just to be able to go to the same school and call the same home as where he went. And it's just cool getting to play in the same gym as him.
I know his dad pushes him really hard, wants the best for him, looking out for him. He invests in his kid. That's something that Payton's grown up with. He critiques him, but not on a level of getting after him too hard. But he does critique him because he wants his son to be the best that he can be.
He's a little hard-headed, but he takes what I say and he goes with it. He listens to my criticisms and he listens to everything I tell him that's good and bad. And he works very hard on his game, and we have a very good relationship.
We have a great relationship. We do everything together. We go to games together. We go hunting and fishing together. We do everything.
Earlier this season, Payton scored 56 points against Subiaco, and that was just 2 shy of his dad's school record for most points scored in a game.
It was a pretty cool night. He gave me a hard time when we got home. We got a couple overtimes to get that.
When the game was over, he let me know that he was pretty close. I let him know back that I still got the record. It just don't happen every day for somebody to score 56 points in the game.
He's definitely one of those guys at the end of the night, you look back in the scorebook and you think, we just witnessed something pretty incredible that I'm talking about for a long time.
Payton's receiving college interest from Arkansas, TCU, and SMU. He went on an unofficial visit to Arkansas for the Oklahoma State game and came away impressed by the Razorbacks.
It was an amazing experience to get to be in that atmosphere on a big home win like that, and a big time team they played and got to win against.
Born and raised here in Arkansas, you can't get much better feeling than going in there and listening to a crowd like Arkansas. For him to get to feel that, the excitement and the energy Bud Walton produces, it's something good.
If that opportunity came for him, I would definitely want him to go there. Hopefully that opportunity comes, and if he keeps working hard, I think it will.
If he was to get the chance, he would love to play for the Razorbacks. Since he's little, he's always talked about the Razorbacks. I think that's something most every kid dreams about when they're growing up, most of the time playing for their home state.
It'd be a dream come true if they offered. I would definitely accept it.
Only being a sophomore, the people around him say Payton has unlimited potential for how good he can become over the next 2 years.
I know he's never satisfied, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to believe what the next 2 seasons can bring.
The sky's the limit. I tell him that all the time. He is just sophomore. He's still learning. You can always get better. You either go forward or you go backwards. You never stay the same. He has a chance to bloom and to excel, a chance to be the best that I've gotten to coach.
I hope you enjoyed this week's story brought to you by First Security Bank. Here's a sneak peek at next week's episode.
He's had a live arm. We've known that. Has had trouble throwing strikes, and then, man, something clicked last summer. And, man, the guy's lights out.
Everybody talks about, he's a Division I baseball player. This young man's a Division I football player. He just made a choice to go play baseball.
It's definitely pressure when they got the guns behind the plate. But, you just have to zone it out and focus on the game, play.